Hey, hello everybody, it's Bobby at Bobby's Hobbies, and what am I doing here? Well, we're going to try now to use confetti, ta-da, to fix this locomotive. Now, this is the one that has the quartering problem. So I figured out, basically, again, what goes on here is, although it looks like it's quartered, it's slightly off. The only way to fix that would be to adjust for the axle thickness with the thickness of whatever the post is, whatever the screw is. So I'll have to give that some thought. So for now, it's got potential, but we're going to have to go after this. The way I fixed other steam engines in the past, it always worked, which is to do it by eye. So let's see. What I really need are some tools to get inside of this, open it up, and the strange thing is, well, my tools are gone. That's kind of unusual. I mean, oh, here it is. I actually organized things. All right, that is unusual. So I'm going to take this out. This is a neat thing. Doesn't like to stay closed, though. So I got to keep it somewhere safe. All right. Love the magnetic stuff. So we're going to take each wheel off. Now, first, I want to see which wheel is going to need a washer. Not this one. Oh, this one's going to need a washer, I think. Let me just see. Is it? Some of these things, I think I actually overdid it with the filing. Let me get these out. I don't want to make a big hole because well, we may have to use a different container for this. Yep, that's what we're going to have to do. I didn't have enough metal washers. And I said, you know what? I need something. I just want to get this done. And I thought maybe I could use confetti plastic. I really thought of sequins first. But there is a little opening here. Now, I know I have tons of little plastic containers. But of course, they're not here. Another thing that's not here. How wonderful. Well, we're going to have to fix this later. Oh, this is good stuff. It's got a rigidity to it. Now, I was eyeballing is these smaller ones, not the bigger ones. And there are none here that are silver. All right, that's good enough for now. We'll figure out what to put this in later. Just let's see if this is slightly bigger. It is. It's all we need. So we got to push this. Of course, it's hard as hell to push it through there. Let's use the white one. Now, the reason I'm using this is some of the holes that I filed are now allowing this to pop out. And because of that, I've got problems. Problems because as the side rods spin, they want to slide off. So that's not good at all. And it's amazing is we can't pick this thing up. I am good at finding cuckoo things. That's one thing I'm good at. Man, this thing is tight. It's just slightly off. Mother bleeper. Okay, well, let's go to the next way. What do we have to do when we find tight things? The thing that fixes stuff and causes problems. The file. Hmm. We're almost there. But almost is not that good. No, see that? The hole's not big enough. It's a strong little piece of plastic, though. I gotta give it that. You know what I like? This plastic thing on it. It seems to be preventing the customary brass screw bounce. But the hole is not big enough to get it past that. I'll have to improvise. Okay, we've come up with a methodology that works. Now we've got it on flush. And the point is, it increases the effective size of the head like any washer would do. And instead of using the file, we're using the drill bit by hand. We're doing it by hand because you really do not want to use a power drill when the other end of it is your finger, because it'll go right through. So, it's not something that makes sense. Now, to start the hole, we might, the hole's already there, but to just get it a little bit bigger, we can use this. A few turns, hopefully, are enough to get the first drill to bite. Yeah. See, and now we could spin it. It's tight, all right. Wow. Once we've spun it a bit, we've effectively increased the size of the hole. This drill bit is too big, and this one's just right. Mm-hmm. It's a little nasty looking, but we could always refine that. Because, at this small size, a small burr could do a lot of damage. Well, you know, you're cooking with gas when you start catching screws. You know. Yeah, see, it's flush now. Okay, we got that going. Now we have to remove this, because only by removing that can we start to manually rotate I do have one metal washer. I hope it's in here with the motor. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we'll still use that metal washer up here on one of these. But now that we have this out, see the red? Where's the other red? Now, it's kind of looks, yeah. So I think we could fix this. Since we know this was where it is. Yeah, you could see it's off. The question is, yeah, see, the fact that I can so easily change it is not good. Oh, that wheel doesn't matter right now. Let's use it this way. I mean, it definitely looks better by eye. See, if we put that there, still a little off. But I don't like the fact that it moves so easily. That's the problem. That really is the problem. Now let's see. If we line it up, oh yeah. This is funny. No matter what I do, it always looks the same. Isn't that weird? I mean, it definitely looks 90 degrees. We just had a little. Yeah, it does look 90 degrees. Oh, let's just keep going. Got these two bolts. These I don't think need the shims. Yep. You could see it's all off. Yeah, these definitely are too loose. That's why it happened in the first place. They started sliding off. Can you see it? Not that this is, you can't really trust it. Yeah, see, that's good. Hmm. This one's the son of a gun to take off. Maybe we should put these back as we go. I'll save you some camera time. I'll put those back. Okay, well, we put these back on. This has the shim. Doesn't look so bad. Almost looks metallic. Now we got to take off the bad boy here in the middle. And you could see they're closer. This one's still off. Let's hope. Let's hope. Again, I'm trying to not take the whole thing apart at once. Oh, these are definitely too loose. I don't want to put any crazy glue now because they still might be in the wrong positions. It looks good to me now by eye. It's about right. It must be all that espresso coffee I drank that's giving me this power. Now these things are no doubt all effed up in their alignment. We're not going to do this one too hard. We're going to have to fix this later. But we just want it to be so it's not falling apart. Now these one side of this. Yeah, this one. That's going to need the shim. You know what? I don't see white there. It's not white on that side either. Let's hope I didn't reverse it. Ever watch stuff on King Henry VIII? I find him fascinating, but what a nut job! Holy good Lord! I mean, kills his one wife there for nothing, Anne Boleyn, and makes all kinds of crap up and kills her brother, beheads. I mean, just what a nasty effort. And then that whole church is founded. It's unbelievable because he wanted a divorce. I mean, that's just not a good reason to create a whole church. I mean, who knows what religion is, what it really means to everybody, but it's just like a crazy. Like that religion, their main thing should be, hey, divorce is your right. I mean, it's just crazy. Just when you watch it and you see that the guy is the founder of your church and he's beheading his wives and his buddies and his friends, you know. Oh, the guy who, what was his name? Not Sir Thomas More. He was the one who didn't want to admit that Henry take the oath that he was supreme over the Pope. But the other guy, Cromwell apparently finds the wrong spouse for him, Anne of Cleves, and then the rumor starts that she was ugly. And it probably there's some other reason. I don't know what it is, but that he didn't like her. But he blamed him for the embarrassment that his fourth or fifth, what was she? She was the fourth wife. That it was embarrassing, and he lost his head. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's the 6 wives of Henry VIII. And the last one probably survived because he croaked. Otherwise, he probably would have turned on her because, like, he wanted to be a Protestant, but he wanted to be a defender of the faith. And I think he fell off his horse too many times. But he did start the British Navy, so gets a lot of credit for that. Like, he did a lot of things to make a modern state, but he did it for all crazy reasons. But he's a fascinating character. Oh, well. I like the Roman emperors, though, you know. They really knew how to wield power and not give a flying frig. Nobody kind of matches up to them nowadays, do they? A couple of wannabes out there. Definitely a couple of wannabes. Dreaming about being the Roman emperor. Everything they do is right. There's never been a human being that got everything right. Or at least not someone who didn't have divine aspects to him. But everybody else is flawed. Strange commentary, right? While I'm making a toy train. I'm loving this Webb telescope. You guys observing the Webb telescope? All the crazy things it's figuring out? Or at least that scientists, through observation with the Webb telescope, are figuring out that many of their concepts about the universe are a little bit off. And speaking of concepts being off, when I was a kid, I remember reading that this guy in the 19th century, I think his name was Marsh, was thinking that dinosaurs and birds were related. And everyone was condemning him, like, oh, what a dope, you don't know what you're talking about. And now everybody says he was right. When you look at a bird, couldn't be more similar. So, you know, everybody who comes up with an idea usually has trouble. Nobody wants to admit the idea was good. And before I put this back, it would be nice if I rectified the discrepancy. Oh, yeah. So we get this to work. Major triumph, but then we're going to have to glue it because if it keeps on slip sliding away, it looks pretty good. It's going by eye. You know, these little plastic sequins here. What are the odds that this confetti works? Of course, that will be the end of this if this thing is stripped somehow. don't like using this particular plier, but I don't know where everything is right now. Oh, here's a better one. I can feel that's too tight. Perfect. Right, that's good. Get this other one. We better loosen this up because oops. Well, she's not slip sliding at all. these things are loose.